Are separations good or bad in a marriage? I'm Nick. I'm a Christian marriage coach. And I saw this question on a Facebook group, and I wanted to offer some thoughts to help people think through, is it good or bad to be separated for a while in your marriage? I want to appreciate, first of all, that nobody asks this question when marriage feels great. So if you're listening to this and you are asking this question, I just want to mourn with you for a second about how hard marriage is, that you're even considering a separation, and to just know that it is, man, marriage is just tough. And I have experienced that. Actually, my wife and I had I guess you could call it a period of separation. It's not quite what this person is talking about, but there was a time a few years ago where my wife left it was basically for a long weekend. She actually went to a nunnery where the nuns made cheese. So she went there for kind of a prayer retreat and for a few days, and she ended up coming back with some awesome cheese. So it ended up all being all good in the end. But I'll tell you that those days where I knew that she was there, basically deciding if she wanted to come back, were so nerve-wracking. I don't think I've ever been more anxious in my life than in those few days. So I just want to connect with the fact that considering a separation is incredibly intimidating. Let me offer you two thoughts that I think can help you at least navigate this. But before I do, I want to tell you about a certain opportunity that I have coming up. So, big part of what makes marriage hard is communication. And I have a free marriage communication workshop coming up on 8:30 at 8 p.m. called How to Stop Fighting with Your Spouse for Christian Couples. We will learn one of the most important communication skills that I think played a huge role in saving my marriage, and I have seen play a big role in saving the marriages of the people that I work with. So there's a link in the description of this video or in the comments. Use it to sign up so that you and your spouse can communicate better and use separation and really just life as a time to move forward together. Okay, two thoughts on separation. One, it can be good or bad, just like anything else, right? What makes it good or bad is really, it comes down to do both parties choose to serve each other in the middle of whatever is going on. And honestly, that choice is going to be made whether you're together or whether you're separate. So in some sense, what happens in a separation is really what is going to happen when you're together. It's just that when you're in a separation, there's less kind of life clutter to complicate things. So it can be good or bad, but sometimes I think about it but on the good side, okay? Sometimes I think about it in terms of 1 Corinthians 5:7, where Paul talks about that husband and wives should not deprive each other of sex except for an agreed period of time for prayer. So what this is a husband and wife should not sort of be separated, we'll just say physically, but also emotionally. And, sex contains basically every form of intimacy. So a husband and wife should be intimate, except when we agree on a time to take apart from each other for prayer. And that's sometimes how I think about a separation. We should be intimate, and yet we're struggling with intimacy. So let's take a season away from each other for prayer. I think that there is an argument to be made that you can use a passage like that to think through how to do a separation well, what's the goal of a separation. Ultimately, it is to empower you and to pray for you to pray through, how do I choose and serve my spouse when we are together? Now, everyone is so nervous to walk into a separation because I don't know what my spouse is going to choose. One thing I will say, and the last thing I'll say about that is always the case. Like I said, there's nothing really different about a separation versus normal life, in the fact that in order for you both to thrive, both people have to choose to serve their spouses. So, and you're never in control of that. So it's not even really a different or a new situation. The question is, will you choose to serve your spouse or not? So I have a question if you have found this helpful, if you've ever been through a separation, what was helpful for you? Did you have a good outcome? Did you have what felt like a not good outcome? What was helpful? What was unhelpful? Leave me a message in the comments describing, how did you do a season of separation? What was helpful? What was unhelpful? And I will be back to try and offer more help to Christian couples. Look at the link in and around this video about my free marriage communication workshop, How to Stop Fighting for Christian Couples, and sign up while there's spots available. Thank you so much. Talk soon.